I'm going to talk about something that is going to be super obvious to some of you, a great reminder for others, and maybe hopefully something brand new for other folks. I call it the time value of money saga in heavy industry. So build versus buy, what it's also known as. Okay, so best place to start. I came from heavy industry, pipelines, pulp and paper, so many super smart folks, lots of super smart engineers, really great at building things. So really great at building new infrastructure, building new processes, and essentially fueling industries that drive our economy. So amazing stuff. The interesting thing is when it comes to that can-do attitude, sometimes gets interesting when it comes to buying versus building software. So the example that I put out here is a build versus buy example. I've laid it out by years, and then we've got the ROI and the cost. So up here we have buy the software, right? So somebody else toils and builds it and you buy it. Down here we have build the software in-house, right? So up here in buy the software, you have some spunky little startup like ourselves or other company toiling away and doing the investment to build the software. Let's say that takes 3 years. Then in year 1, heavy industry operator, you decide you want to buy. Fantastic. So only problem here though is there's a cost, right? And in the first year or the first little bit of time that you're working with this new product, maybe you're not seeing loads of ROI. This is especially when you'd be tempted to be like, well, why don't we build this ourselves in-house, right? Right. Okay, so let's think about that a little bit more though. You persevere through that year, and then look at that. ROI, fantastic, we like ROI. Return on investment, in case, making sure. I tend to use the acronyms from time to time. So you put in a bit more money, you roll out the software to more systems, aka our software, could be our software, and more ROI, so more return on investment, So, there was time when you didn't even know the solution existed. There was time when you had to put a little bit of time and effort in to get the solution up and running, but it is paying back. Fantastic. Okay, let's talk about though, what if in this tough time we broke down and we decided, we're gonna build this in-house. We're a bunch of super smart folks, we're gonna do this in-house. Okay, sounds like a great idea, building in-house. ROI, cost. First year, it's like, you know what? Software company, we can do this ourselves. Like, we've seen this before, that's fine. So you go ahead and you start thinking about it. You're gonna do it. So it's really low priority though, so you don't really bother doing anything. Okay, that's fine, Well, let's get it into the budget cycle for next year. So get it into the budget cycle. Everybody's super busy with their jobs, which is to, safely and efficiently operate heavy industry assets for their customers, for the general public. Super great stuff. So it's into the budget cycle in year 1, great. Year 2, let's just assume that it takes 3 years to build this solution. Same as it did the pesky startup. That's assuming though, if your people are fully dedicated to building the solution, which I can guarantee you they're probably not, because their primary job is to run heavy industry equipment safely and efficiently. So you're building in-house, fantastic. Takes 3 years, let's assume it takes 3 years. Because your folks are highly educated, fantastic folks that have so much industry experience, they're costing you quite a bit of money to build this in-house. Whereas this pesky startup was probably working for very little to none, or, if it's a larger organization building the software, they're investing the capital into it, and that is the priority. So you get through year 3, and then you finally go in to do an install, and you're paying even more money to do this install. And you still haven't seen any ROI. It's, why are we doing this anymore? Okay, well maybe this just mustn't have worked. You know what? This technology doesn't work. And I've seen this so many times, and so I wanted to do like a little narration of it. So even then if you get through all of this, who is going to maintain it when the super smart engineers who built this, they leave or they retire or they decide that they want to move on to a fun new project? Then what do you do? So I just wanted to draw this dichotomy. This isn't always the case. I have seen this So I call it the saga, and I wanted to talk through the difference here. So something that, you know, a lot of folks have probably heard, but I wanted to play it out in narrative is $1 today is worth more than $1 tomorrow. So where you're seeing these ROIs start coming in, these return on investments, and these dollars coming in from this investment, that is money in the bank. Down here, you're not getting that. You're just spending, spending, spending. So when it comes to certain solutions, the build versus buy scenario must be really thought of in a really great way and really considered as to what is actually going to provide the most value to the industry today. Rant over, off soapbox. Hope that was helpful. Thank you.